Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a slightly different path, actually. We're stepping away from the big name celebrity entrepreneurs for a bit.
Yeah, we're zooming in on something really specific this time, a targeted strategy.
Exactly. We're unpacking the ideas from our source material around the Faceless Freedom Lounge podcast, and its founder, Chillstar '08. Our mission, really, is to give you a clear look into this faceless freedom era.
What is that, actually?
Right. What's the approach? How do they promise digital freedom, income streams,
hmm
and maybe most interestingly, how do you build a real brand without showing your face or just getting completely exhausted?
That last bit, the exhaustion, the burnout, that seems to be the real starting point here. The founder, Chillstar '08, she really seems to get that pain point. So many people feel it, right? Wanting financial stability, but not at the cost of your personal life.
Or feeling like you have to be on performing on social media 24/7.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just to stay in the game.
And what makes this so relevant, I think, for you listening, is her origin story. Chillstar '08 isn't positioned as some, like, tech genius from Silicon Valley.
No, not at all. The sources are clear. Self-described wife, mom, grandmother.
Who started it all from her kitchen table. And they make a point of saying she began with zero tech skills.
Which is, well, it's smart positioning, isn't it? It just kind of breaks down that initial barrier. If she could do it, starting from, a normal life
It
situation.
makes it feel more possible for anyone.
Right. It shifts the focus. It's not about innate talent. It's about the system. The strategy must be replicable. That's the implied promise.
Absolutely. So let's dig into that central theme then. The philosophy behind it, the actual mechanics of this faceless freedom era.
Okay, so looking at her background, the mission feels deeply personal, not just like a business strategy cooked up somewhere. She describes starting this whole thing out of a real need. It began, and this is a quote, as a prayer for a way to create income that didn't steal her freedom.
Wow. So not about optimizing conversions initially, but about getting her life back.
Pretty much, it was about reclaiming time, not just scaling revenue.
That's a really important distinction, I think, that personal prayer being the spark. How does that translate into the broader mission she talks about now?
Well, it gives it a very clear purpose. That need turned into a mission, helping ordinary people learn how to build extraordinary lives online.
So the focus isn't just on marketing tactics.
It seems less about just outcompeting everyone and more about building something meaningful, something that supports your life, designing the business around your life, not the other way around.
That makes sense. And we see she's built quite an ecosystem around this. It's not just the podcast.
Right.
There's the Chillstar '08 blog, other discussions about digital marketing, passive income, and always these faceless strategies weaving through it.
It feels very consistent, a structured approach across her different platforms.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the philosophy that kind of sets the Faceless Freedom Lounge apart. It explicitly says it's where faith meets digital freedom.
Okay, let's pause on that for a second, because faith meets digital freedom. What does that actually mean in practice? How does the faith-led strategy influence how you build an online income?
It suggests success isn't just measured in dollars and cents. From the sources, freedom is defined more broadly, living with purpose, presence, and power.
Purpose, presence, power. Okay.
So if the strategy is faith-led, it implies your business decisions are guided by something more than just profit. Maybe ethics, sustainability, serving others, genuinely creating something that gives back time instead of just taking it.
So it affects what you choose to build and how you build it to make sure it aligns with those deeper values.
Exactly. Intentional presence, maybe.
Okay, so profit fuels it, but purpose steers it. That's a compelling combo. If that's the philosophy, what are the sort of high-level pillars she mentions for building these income streams?
She breaks it down quite neatly into three core things: systems, storytelling, and faith-led strategy.
Systems, storytelling, faith-led strategy.
Yep. Systems handle the automation, the mechanics. Storytelling creates the connection, the brand voice, without needing a face. And the faith-led strategy provides that foundational purpose and ensures it's sustainable for you.
Got it. Okay, let's shift gears then to the systems part. That's the engine, right? The promise is income streams that run quietly in the background. For someone listening who feels overwhelmed by digital tech, what are the actual tools they're teaching?
Right, this is where it gets practical. We see four key elements pop up again and again in the source material. They seem to be the cornerstones. First up, faceless marketing.
Okay, what does that entail exactly?
It's essentially creating a strong brand identity, a voice, maybe a specific aesthetic, but without using your own face or personal photos. Think about successful anonymous accounts or brands where the content or the message is the focus, not the individual person. Really key for anyone camera shy or just wanting privacy.
Makes sense. And that connects to the second element, which is huge right now, AI automation.
Mm-hmm.
In this context, what kind of AI work are we talking about? Just basic chatbots.
It seems much broader than that. It's about using AI tools for the heavy lifting, content generation ideas, maybe first drafts for posts, writing email sequences.
Optimizing things.
Yeah, optimizing keywords for digital products, scheduling social media, maybe even managing parts of the funnel follow-up. The AI basically acts as your tireless assistant, keeping the system going 204/7.
Okay, tireless assistant. I like that. What's third?
Third, a big focus on creating and selling digital products.
Ah, right. That's crucial for the profit claims, isn't it?
Absolutely. Ebooks, templates, courses, workshops, things with basically zero replication costs. No inventory, no shipping. You create it once.
Huge leverage there.
Yeah.
And the fourth pillar, you mentioned it links things together.
Funnels, sales funnels, for anyone listening who's heard the term but isn't quite sure.
Yeah, break it down simply. How does a funnel work here?
Okay, so a funnel is just a pre-planned automated path you guide potential customers through. It takes someone who maybe just discovered you, perhaps through a faceless ad, and systematically guides them towards becoming a buyer, often with minimal or even zero direct human interaction needed at each step.
So, like, they download a free thing?
Exactly, a lead magnet, like a free guide.
Yeah.
Then they automatically get put into an email sequence. That sequence provides value, builds trust, maybe shares some stories.
It eventually offers the paid digital product.
Precisely. It's the automated system that allows for earning while you're, living your life, sleeping, spending time with family. That's the core promise.
That clarity is really helpful, especially when you connect it back to the specific promises made to listeners. Things like,
Right. And create passive results while living life.
those are big claims.
They are. And there's a third one that's maybe less tangible, but just as important for making the system work long term. Master the mindset that unlocks abundance and peace.
Ah, the mindset piece.
Yeah. Without that internal shift, even the best system can start to feel like just another job, right? It defeats the purpose of seeking freedom in the first place. The automation needs that mental counterpart of positivity and purpose.
Good point. Let's circle back to something you touched on, the promise of 100% profits. That sounds almost too good to be true in online business. How is that positioned?
It's a strong hook, for sure. And it's viable specifically because the focus is on those digital products you create yourself.
Because there's no cost for inventory each time you sell one.
Exactly. Your cost of goods sold on the product itself is essentially zero. But we should clarify for listeners, that doesn't mean zero business expenses overall.
Right, there are still costs.
Of course. You
Yeah.
still have to pay for the software that runs the funnel, maybe the AI tools, your email marketing service, payment processor fees like Stripe or PayPal.
So 100% profit refers to the revenue from your product sale, not after all business costs.
Correct. You're keeping all the revenue from selling your own intellectual property, unlike, say, affiliate marketing or dropshipping where you only get a cut. But the core benefit remains. High margins, minimal recurring product costs. It helps enable that idea of earning from anywhere, potentially while you rest.
Okay, that makes sense. And to help people actually do all this, the sources mention specific programs and resources. The Faceless Fam, as they call the community, gets support.
Team structured support.
Things like the Legacy Builders program, the Super Affiliate Funnel, the Ultimate Branding course. What do these actually teach people? What's the practical side?
Well, these sound like the operational guides, the how-to. So the Ultimate Branding course probably focuses on creating that compelling brand story and voice without using your face. The storytelling part.
Okay.
The Super Affiliate Funnel likely dives deep into the technical setup of those automated funnels we discussed.
The mechanics.
Exactly. And the Legacy Builders program, that name, suggests a longer-term view. Building something sustainable, maybe even generational income, ties back to that purpose element again.
So they provide the roadmap to execute the strategy.
Seems like it. And it's all presented with this very encouraging, welcoming tone, inviting people into the Faceless Fam.
Yeah, the messaging is very much, this is your moment.
Let's build your freedom, one episode at a time. It really tries to lower the intimidation factor and offer a clear path, a faith-based, system-driven path.
This has been really illuminating. It's a very distinct take on online business. So to kind of wrap up the core insight for you listening, the Faceless Freedom Lounge isn't just pitching another marketing course. It's offering a whole blueprint for a certain kind of life.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle design.
It blends that personal faith element with very specific modern tech, AI, funnels, digital products, all framed as an answer to feeling overworked and needing to be constantly visible online.
Absolutely. It's a specific solution for a specific modern problem. And maybe the final thought to leave you with, something to chew on. If the main goal is time freedom, and if it's genuinely possible to build significant automated income streams using systems and faceless storytelling, what does that really mean for the future of what we consider professional presence? Do you need to be the face of your brand anymore?
Or is the most valuable presence actually the one that runs perfectly behind the scenes?
Exactly. It really challenges our ideas about success and identity in this digital age, doesn't it? Something to
Yeah.
think about.